Chief Parent Advocate Coach of You Are Advocate Worthy, where I strategize with moms to help them find relief and advocating for their children to thrive. Today we have Josie Mbamba, co-CEO of the IUL Queens, and she'll be sharing how parents can advocate to secure their children's financial future. I feel like this conversation is not being had enough in our community because as parents and caregivers, we have so much going on that we tend to put a lot of important things on the back burner. Well, we're changing that today. So, Josie, please tell us about your business and how you help families.
Hello, everyone. Like Marion said, my name is Josie, and I've been in the insurance industry not too long ago. And what got me started was my own self, because I needed a coverage that will help my family, that will help me if anything was happening either to my husband or my kids, and vice versa, the whole family. So, and I had coverage and I have coverage for my job, but I knew it wasn't enough. So I needed something much bigger that will have more benefit and something really helpful in case of a loss of income in my family, either from me or my husband. So my sister has been doing life insurance. So I looked into it, and the more I look into it, the more I like it. I found a good coverage for my family and decided to make it a living to help other
Mhm.
families. And now I'm here with Marion, and I'm excited to see how um, family with children with special needs, how they can benefit from it.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. It is important what you're doing because being proactive is so important because it allows you to get ahead of what can happen. Not that we should be paranoid, but as a mom, I know I always think about my children and the what ifs. So can you talk about the benefits of life insurance and how it um, impacts those impacts families and protects their future? Like what exactly is the product that you're selling? Because I know it's not the typical life insurance. I know it has a lot of benefits, but just share one or two right now.
Yes, but before we get to that, I just want to elaborate a little bit more on what you mentioned about being advocate, because
Mhm.
I don't know about other countries, but in my country, life insurance is not something you talk about. It's like a curse when you talk about life insurance and you trying to
Mhm.
cover your family. So being proactive is thinking about that future. You don't have to just live for the moment. You need to plan for your future. And especially when you have kids with special needs, you need to be
Mhm.
5 steps ahead of the present moment because anything can happen anytime. And by getting a coverage, the right coverage for the family, that's a good way to be proactive and think about those what if of life.
Yeah, so I know that many people are scared that, when it comes to like the premiums that they think this increase every year, so it'll affect their budgets. But tell us a little bit about how you help families like ease how you help parents to understand that and ease their minds with that.
Yes, when you have children with special needs, we all know it takes a toll on the family physically and financially. So there's a lot of doctor's office, doctor's visits, specialists, and many other things that cause a lot of bills. So having a coverage that doesn't cost much for the parents really make it easy on their budget. They don't have to spend much, and it can stay like that for the life of the policy. As long as the child has that policy, it will be the same price. So at least one thing that is very important to have at a low cost, parents can really find, comfort in knowing that at least on that aspect, the child is covered and they don't have to worry about it.
Nice, nice. Thank you. I love that, especially that aspect of it. So, d- I know, like I know before I found you guys and you guys helped me and my family with our policies. I always thought that, you know, the benefits of the life insurance is only enjoyed by my family that I leave behind or my husband leaves behind. Like it's only enjoyed around that time, like after I'm gone. But what about, right now? I know that some benefits that I liked was using some of the benefits um after some time to go on family trips or invest in some part of my business. So talk about that. So how do you help families understand the living benefits?
Yes, like you mentioned, it has very good benefit for the family, because the one amazing things that, like you said, it's not the kind we're selling or we promoting, we're helping family to have. It's not the regular life insurance that everybody talks about. This policies is different because it helps you accumulate cash value. Cash value is like typically like we saying cash value, like money, physical money that you accumulate, and you can access it as much as you have available in the policy, tax free. I know when people hear tax free, they're like, huh? You kidding,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
It's hard to fathom that. Like, really?
yes, I know. What's tax free in America, right? But
Exactly.
yeah, that is true. It's really tax free.
Yeah.
So the parents can access that money. And like you said, go on a trip with family, because sometimes you want to break the routine a little bit with the child who has needs. You don't want to
Mhm.
keep, the same routine. It also help you, the caregiver, mentally to relax and to reset. So it's good to take trips from time to time. So you can use that cash value for that and just go and have some good time. So the policy allows you to accumulate that money and use it when you need it and not pay any tax on it.
Right. So what's the specific name for it is for the
Index
policy?
Universal Life. Yes, it's called
Okay.
Index
Yes.
Universal Life. Yeah. The short for it, we just use IUL.
And hence the name IUL Queens.
Exactly.
Because you're taking over this industry, helping families left and right all over. So it's
We
I
are,
really
we are all kinds of family, young ones, single ones, older ones, ready to retire, all kinds of people. We out there to help them, and that's the major thing we're doing. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and do, I know before I used to think that, oh, my child will be the beneficiary of the policy, but I know that now that is not advisable to do that. How do you explain that to parents? Like, who should be the beneficiary when they take for their insurance policy? Because many people have misconceptions on that.
Yes, and recently I had to explain that to a parent again because he wanted to put just his children as beneficiary. But the thing with that is it's nice, it's good, but with we let's hope nothing happens. But what if something happens to you, the policy owner, before those children are 18 years old? We all
Mhm.
know they're not old enough, they're not adults, so they would not have access to that money until they're 18 at least. Now, what's going to
Mhm.
happen to the money? What's going to happen to the children? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself before you choose a beneficiary. So the best thing to do is to choose somebody who will be older than 18, who will be able to have access to the money and take care of your children when you're not around.
Yeah. And it's very important to have someone that you trust and you let that person know or ask the person if they'd be willing to take care of your kids should something happen to you. And then the policy would be used to take care of the kid. That would be part of your planning. And you also financial plan with the parents to set out the guidelines of what their wishes are as well. So I'm blown away. I know there's so many benefits, but do you have any more that you want to share
Yes,
on that?
actually, I wanted to talk also about the right type of coverage, because that's one thing some families sometimes don't pay attention to, and they end up being sold or end up having the wrong kind of insurance, which lose the value over time. Like the premium goes up and the death benefit, which is the amount of money that the family will have if anything was happening to the policy holder. That amount of money will go down because they did not pick the right type of coverage when they were having it. So it's very important to sit with either your financial advisor or whoever is trying to get you into that policy to choose the right type for you and your family. And having special need children, you have to really be on the lookout, read the fine lines, so you know what you're having for your child, because you want something that will be able to assist you if anything were to happen either to you or your child. And some benefit also, the child can benefit from it even when he's alive, even though he has special need. So just make sure you pick the right type of coverage for you and your family.
Yeah, so it's definitely good to make sure that the finances are protected. That's one way I know that eases my mind, knowing that, my kids are okay, and that whoever's going to take care of them has the funds to take care of them, not added stress on that person. So I believe what you're doing is so important. And I wanted to know if you have anything else to add, or if just let everyone know how they can reach you.
Okay. Yes, there will be a link at the bottom for anyone to click on, and you can get an appointment in one-on-one section with me or my partner, so we can go in detail just with you alone to get your circumstances and get you the right coverage for yourself and your family. So we strongly encourage everyone out there to have a policy for themselves. And this policy is very flexible. It can be inexpensive and it's flexible with the payments. So don't worry about it. Just have a talk with us and we will find you the right coverage for you and your family.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, so click the link at the bottom to schedule a free call with Josie, and then she'll take you through the steps on what you need to do. And also you can follow her on Instagram, the IUL Queens, or on Facebook, Aline and Josie. All of that will be linked below. So if anyone has any questions, please put it in the chat and then we'll get back to you shortly. All right. So thank you so much, Josie, for coming through. I appreciate it. And now we're going to have to end. So
thank you
talk
for
to you
having
soon.
me. Yes. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.